Hi and welcome to Punk Science TV. Now a lot of you have been wanting more of the cosmology stuff, so here it is. There was a flare seen on Jupiter at the beginning of September. So this is a really enormous flare that you can see happening, an enormous explosion. There's been perhaps a couple of them seen on Jupiter in the last month or so. Can you spot the similarity between this Jupiter flare that you see here and the Venus flare that was visible in 2011? Now, what these sort of so-called experts say, because they can't understand why it is that these planets are having these massive flares, is that these are lens flares. So the artifacts are not really happening, but that doesn't really satisfy a lot of people. Why are these planetary flares happening? What's going on? The reason why it's such a puzzle for astrophysicists at the moment is that their paradigm is that everything exciting happens in the solar system because of this object, the sun. So they believe that any activity is happening because you've got the sun and you've got any other body, and the sun is driving some sort of reflection, and that's the only reason why something will flare up. So that's their paradigm. The trouble is, Jupiter is just too far away from the sun to cause this sort of reaction. So that's why they're trying to dismiss it and say it's not happening, it's just a lens flare, etc, etc. Even before this month, as you know, I've been speaking about Jupiter flares for quite a long time because of this reason, because it proves that something else is going on apart from just the reaction from the sun. Now, what else could go on? Well, I have spoken at length many times about the fact that everything is basically its own black hole dynamo. So the same principle that's happening in the center of galaxies is happening throughout the galaxy, so throughout the cosmos. Every single level, from a star to a red dwarf to a planet to even an atom, and all the way down to, you can even include things that are much derived, like chakras in this. It all is following the same pattern. You've got the light coming from other dimensions, it gets to the edge of our dimension and it splits into matter and antimatter, also produce gamma ray bursts. It's happening every single level, and that's what we're seeing here now. What we're seeing is Jupiter and Venus are their own dynamos, because they've got black holes and black holes appearing at every single level, and that's why you get Jupiter and Venus flares.